Namaste. Welcome back to Fit for Life. This is our yoga class, our monthly yoga class. And the reason we're doing it is because we're going to relax, for one thing. And it's the sixth basic fitness component, and it comes under stress management. Yoga is great for relaxation, clearing the mind of all that constant clutter, that mind chatter a lot of us do. I don't know about you, but I talk to myself sometimes. If not verbally, I talk in my brain. What am I going to do next? Why did I do that? This is going to clear all that stuff out, and it helps you to focus. As we get older, sometimes we forget words, short-term memory. It can be very annoying. In fact, that maybe that happens to people of all ages, I don't know, but yoga can help to quell that a little bit. The yoga breath actually changes your brain waves. It slows your heart rate. It helps you to focus, as I said, and it does a lot more for us. If I went into the whole thing, it would take hours. But this yoga breath, if it's done correctly, it really does work. It's great for anxiety. Some of us are more anxious than others. So we're just going to clear the mind, be in the moment. What we practice is called mindfulness meditation. Find a quiet spot. We're going to take 3 yoga breaths, not right now, not at this moment, which is up through the nose, holding that breath, and then exhaling and making the exhalation a little bit longer. I would just like you right now to think about something or anything that relaxes you. A beautiful scene, a bucolic scene, a chapel, looking into a fireplace. Just imagining that relaxes me. And when you take those breaths, it makes it even more relaxing. Even a prayer, a word like calm, saying calm over and over to yourself. Just trying to clear out the mind chatter. And we're also going to do the yoga exercises too. So I'm going to say namaste, which is a greeting. And we're going to start with our seated yoga. Now we're not standing. The salute to the sun is usually done standing and then getting down on the floor and then coming back up again. Well, we don't do floor work in this class, but we'll do our version of it, which is much simpler. And again, we're going to take that yoga breath up through the nose. Good. And exhale and just bring those arms down and move them up and out a little bit and then up. So we're going to take another breath up through the nose as the arms come down and up, holding that breath for a couple of seconds and then coming down. Good. So leaning forward, arms come up and back. So we're kind of saying hello to the sun, greeting the sun. Let's breathe up again one more time together, all the way up through the nose. Good. Holding for 2 seconds and exhale. Yes, you can make that whooshing sound if you want, because if you're alone, no one is going to hear you. Wonderful. That's great. Good job. Shake those hands out a little. We're going to circle our hands just to loosen them up a little bit. And then the other way. Good. Let's do a little stretch for the hands. Just pulling the hands back a little bit, pulling those fingers back. The other side. Going to hold a little bit longer this time. Good. And as I said, we're going to start with the upper body. We're going to do our 4 spinals that we've done in other classes because I think it's a good exercise. It's very effective. We're going to breathe up through the nose again. Come forward in your chairs a little bit. And you're going to exhale as you come down. Wonderful. If you want, open those feet a little bit. You can grab your ankles. Try to flatten your back out here rather than giving into it and coming forward like this. Just touching here or holding on, flattening out that back. So what we're doing is preparing the body for yoga, the regular yoga asanas. Those are the forms or the exercises. It's a Sanskrit word. All right. So let's come up again. This time we're going to just keep those arms up. This is the reaching for the sky. Good. And then reach for the other side. We're extending our spine. So grab that wrist, pull the arm up, So this is the opposite of what we just did, isn't it? Holding on with the other and just pull that arm up. So we did spinal flexion. This is spinal extension. And next we're going to do some spinal rotation, and that is included in many yoga asanas, as I said. Take this hand, bring it over to the outside of the knee, and just keep turning. We've done this before many times, but it's really good for us. And then we're going to come back. Let's take a breath first up through the nose. Hold it, and then breathe out as you turn or rotate the spine. The spine is a very important part of the yoga moves that we do. And then we'll come back slowly. And then we are going to stretch to the side. So let's take this hand, cross it over, grab the arm of the chair. You're going to breathe up through your nose. The spine can bend, reaching up, 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 and bending. Oh yeah, this is a good one. And then we'll come back. Let's do the other side, reaching up as you breathe up through the nose, holding that breath for a couple of seconds, and then exhale. Try to reach up. Don't do this. We're just going to reach for the sky. Good. And then we're going to bring the arm back. Wonderful. Just relax. Let's come forward. Keep your head up. And then we'll come back up. Good. Hands right here on your knees. Let's flatten that back out. We're going to look up at the ceiling. Looking straight ahead. Wonderful. Now we are going to do a yoga pose or asana. A-S-A-N-A. It's called the eagle. The eagle. Now this is done standing too. And usually your legs do something like that, and you're doing the same thing with your arms. Well, we're just going to do the upper body. We're going to do the arms. So what we do is hold the arms up, crossing elbow over elbow. Try it. Practice going back and forth a couple of times. Good. If you can just cross here, that's okay. But try to get this elbow up and into the crook of the opposite arm. Now, if you can, just bring the hands together a little. I know it's a little awkward, but it's a great stretch for the upper body, the shoulders and so forth. Upper back, mid back. Good. Now let's just do the other side. Bring this arm over and back. Holding on. Good. Oh, there you are. Hello. So this, we're doing like a half eagle, actually. All right. Now, palms facing. I want you to bring your arms all the way up. Turn them and bring them. I look side to side. I don't want to knock the lamp over, even though we don't have one. Just give yourselves a little hug here. How does that feel? Good, I hope. So that's the half eagle. I call it the half eagle. Let's take a little sip. Let's refresh. Stay hydrated. Really important. Always have your water with you. Just bring it in your car. Keep it in the car. I know in the winter it gets cold, but if you're going someplace to exercise, make sure you have your water with you. You never know when you're going to need it. Let's do the yoga cat. I do this one. I always do this one because it's one of my favorites, and it's good for our posture, our breathing. So for our relaxation, pull yourself up, shoulders are down. Let's breathe up through the nose, all the way up. Slowly, just doing this breath and with this pose is going to relax you. I guarantee it. Hold that breath and exhale. When you exhale now, you can drop your chin down. You can lift your shoulders up and round your back. You may have to slide forward in that chair just a little bit. The way a cat rounds his back, so your shoulders will come up. Now we're going to do the opposite. You're down here. You're going to breathe up as you come up, holding on to those knees. Bring those shoulders down. Hold that breath for a couple of seconds. So now we're having really good posture, right? Stay right here for a few seconds. Let's breathe up through the nose. hold, and then exhale. And you're pulling that abdomen in, so you're tightening that abdomen a little bit. And then exhale as you come down. Wonderful. Let's do one more all together, breathing up through the nose. Holding that breath. And exhale as you drop the chin, lift your shoulders, round that back. Just tighten the abdomen a little bit. Don't work on it. It doesn't have to be extremely hard. Just a little bit. Good. And then we'll come back up and just relax a little bit. Open and close your hands a few times. Good. Let's grab those elbows. Sitting nice and straight, you're just going to gently pull across. Stretching out that upper back. It feels pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. And then to the other side. Good. Now we're going to come forward in our chairs, close to the end as you can, without falling off, right? One leg out to the side. We can keep this leg straight. So same arm and leg. We're using the same arm and the leg. You're just going to drop down. Touch the floor if you can. If not, just let that arm drop down. Bring your other arm up as much as you can and back. Just a little bit. Just getting a real good stretch here. Good. And then we'll come back up slowly, slowly. Good. No, we didn't do the breath with that, did we? But we did it so slowly, I didn't want to stop. All right, the other leg out. So we're doing the other side. This leg stays straight. I think I'm going to move this leg out just a little bit. Same arm and leg. You're just going to drop that arm right down. Let's come back up and take a breath first. Up through the nose. And exhale as you come forward. Just drop it down. Keep exhaling. Good. Now the other side. Use the other arm. Just bring it out to the side anywhere at all. And try to bring it back. These are just movements that we might see in some of the yoga poses. And we'll come back up. Hands together. Turn them over and let's do a nice stretch again. Out, out, out. Good. Yeah, we like this one. Bring the arms up. Very gently push back. Great. I know you can feel it. And then we'll bring the arms down. Bring those elbows up a little bit. And move the hands up and out a little and try to bring those elbows together. Good. Hello. Elbows up and down. Okay, now we're going to do an upper and lower body stretch. This is how we do it. We've done it before. It's called the Grecian stretch. So you're going to turn your body just a little bit. You can hold onto the chair if you have to. The leg that's closest to the screen, your outside leg, you're just going to put that toe on the floor and very gently push back. Good. Great. We do a lot of lunging in yoga, and that's why we're doing this stretch. If you can, you're going to reach down and pick your leg up. If you couldn't quite get all the way down, you can use your pant leg. That's why it's good to wear pants that stretch when you exercise. So I'm going to lift that leg up and pull back. Good. If you can, let go. Just bring that arm out straight. So you're reaching forward and pulling back at the same time. So it's really a full body stretch. It's a great stretch. Good. Wonderful. And you can hold it longer when you're doing it. And we're going to put that foot down and just do the opposite. Bring that foot that was back to the front heel. Toe is up straight. Excuse me. And keep your back nice and straight as you come forward. Good. Can you feel that? I can feel it in the hamstrings here. Just keep coming forward. Good. Keep your head up. So now we have to do the other side, you know that. So we're going to switch, excuse me, the leg, outside leg, lifting up, pulling back if you can. Nice and tall, perfect posture too. If you can let go of the chair, just reach and pull back at the same time. Let's take a breath here. Breathing up and exhaling as you reach and pull back at the same time. It might be difficult to do this when you first start out, but if you've been doing it for a while, it should be okay. Great. And we'll very gently let that foot come down, and then we're going to switch, and you should be holding the stretch much longer. Toes up, leg is straight, and you're going to just bend forward with a flat back. So we're not rounding over like this. You're keeping the back nice and straight and coming forward. Good. All right, how does that feel? Can you feel the stretch there? Let's take a breath first up through the nose. And exhale as you come forward. Wonderful. Oh, that feels good. Now we're going to do a little bit of standing yoga. So grab some water. Take a little break here for a minute. Maybe less than a minute, actually. So that was our seated yoga for today. Good. And you know how you have to get up, right? Just standing up, not holding on. I'm going to move the chair back just a little bit. And we always start with the warrior pose. But let's do this first. Just some nice, easy knee bends. This is a good one. I like this one. Just to loosen up a little bit. Great. And we can stop right here in the middle and just drop forward. Let's get a stretch in that lower back. You can keep your head up as much as possible. Good. And very slowly come back up. Bring your feet in a little bit, and let's do a nice twist just to loosen up your body a little bit. So you're tapping. We're going to wake up those kidneys because that's where the hand lands when it's in the back. Great. So we're going to start with our warrior pose. Again, a nice wide stance. Arms up to shoulder level, if you can do it. My arm tends to drop down a little. I have to remind myself to bring it up. And just look at this hand now. So you're just copying me. And watch out for posture. Pull that chin in. Make sure most of your weight is over the front part of the foot, because if you're back on your heels, you're apt to fall back. Not like this. Our body is still straight. But if you can lift up your heels, that's where you should be without falling over or losing your balance. And let's just do a little knee bend here, okay? And we'll come back. And 2, there goes my arm. And 3, and 4. And then just bring your arms down. I know you're feeling that if you're not used to holding your arms up. When we exercise, we tend to think of mostly the bottom of the body or things kind of down low, but to keep them up here, you're not used to it, but it's a good strengthener for the arms. And eventually, you won't feel the fatigue as much. You'll be conditioned. Take a yoga class. There's lots of them out there. All right, let's try it again. This time, let's breathe up through the nose as we bring the arms up. And then exhale as you bend your knee. Stay here, lift that arm up, good. You're strengthening right there. And then we'll come back up and bring the arms down. Let's try the other side. We do have 2 sides, we should. All right, so arms up. We're gonna turn and look at this hand. This foot is turned out, as you can see. This foot is mostly straight, your back foot here. Lifting the arms up. Good. Let's do a knee bend on this side and then come back. And 2, I bet you look great. And 3. And 4. And we'll just bring those arms down and relax for a minute. You can come forward just a little bit. Let those arms go back and forth. Or just relax. If you want to just leave them there, that's fine too. Wonderful. We'll bring those arms up again. Turning, looking at their hand here. Let's take a breath up through the nose. Exhaling as you bend that knee. Good. And then we'll come back. And bend again. Is the arm starting to drop? Try to keep it up there if you can. 3 and 4. And we're going to bring the arms down. Do a little relaxation for a minute. Just a little bit of marching, moving your feet around a little side to side just to loosen up. Good. All right, now we're going to do something called the Exalted Warrior. And I think it kind of feels good. I like this one. You may want to get behind your chair just in case you have to hold on, because we're going to be going back a little bit. So let's do our standard warrior pose. So you're going to bend that front knee again. And this is where you would hold on. Instead of doing this and this, you could hold onto the chair, the back of the chair, and go back. So let's start off with the warrior. Good. Drop this arm down and lift that arm. We're doing a little bit of a back bend. This is really a very effective, good exercise. Important to go back now and then, isn't it? And then we'll come back up. Let's try the other side. Just marching that out a little bit. All right, arms up. Looking to this side. Bending that front knee. Good. Let's come back. And bending again. And stay here this time. Let that arm drop right down or hold on. Bringing that arm up. And yes, all of this could be done with the breath. Just don't hold your breath. And I really like that one, and I hope you do too. All right? Let's try connecting heaven and earth. Boy, that sounds very exciting, I guess, huh? All right. Your palm is flat and you're pushing down. This palm is flat, but it's pushing up. So it's up and down. Good. Let's just practice this a little bit. Not back on your heels now. Your foot should be flat or slightly forward. We'll bring the hands down. This is a nice pose. These are prayer hands. They're called prayer hands and probably other things too, but that's what I call them. You're going to breathe up through the nose as you reach up and down. And exhale as you come back. So you're breathing up. And as you come down, you're going to bring both hands together. We're connecting heaven and earth. Breathing up and down and reaching. Good. And then we'll come back. One more time now, breathing up through the nose as you reach up and down. And exhale as you come back. If you try it on your own, do each movement longer. Get it to be very meditative. So it's a good one. Let's try the triangle. We have a little time left, not a lot. All right. We're just going to bend. Just bend to one side. This hand is sliding down again. Bring that arm up. If you can get it straight up, that would be great. Straight up, good. Reaching, sliding down. There are different versions of this, but we're just kind of practicing. Arms up and then to the side again. Bring that arm up, wonderful. And then arms out again. And up, all the way up. And back down again. And yes, this could be done with the breath also. Just want to get in a little bit more today. I'd like to end with the child's pose. So I'm going to turn my chair. You can get behind your chair. Now this is done on the floor also, but we'll do our little version of it. Just holding on. We've done it before. I usually call it the table back, don't I? So let's walk back. Try to flatten that back out a little bit. Feet together. Oh, good. Now, I know you can't just, like, you can't see yourself, so you don't know if your back is flattening out. It would be difficult to do this and flatten the first time you do it. But let's bend those knees and take the pressure off a little bit. And each time you do, you'll be able to go a little bit further. You're making a table out of your back, and then you're going to walk back up. All right. Let's put one foot in front. The same arm goes up, on the same side. Push those hips forward a little bit. And we're just doing our regular ballet stretch, aren't we? All right. Both hands on the back of the chair. You're going to walk back again. And this time you should be able to flatten out that back a little bit, but this is done on the floor. It's much easier, and it's really great for your back. It's a great stretch. And then we'll walk back up again. Same arm and leg. Put this foot in front, same side, reaching up, pushing those hips forward to protect your lower back. Good. Great. All right, let's have a seat so we can get, time's almost up. Normally we would do a little meditation. Try doing it on your own. Breathing up, holding, and then breathing out again. And yoga is wonderful. Find a place to take a course. Try it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll like it. So thanks so much for joining. Have a wonderful holiday, and try to get some exercise in there. And if you can't get outside to walk, if the weather is really lousy, or you're not in a gym or something, run in place, like we did in one of our former classes. Bye for now.